Well, we got the mad scientist Einstein here today, so let's do a video that's a little more on the mad scientist side. I'm working on designing a H-series style connecting rod for a GX200. Now, I want to be really clear straight up. I am in no way attempting to make a 9,000, 10,000 RPM connecting rod in order to compete with ARC racing. In fact, I'm actually designing it based on the idea of a straight mount to the rotating assembly, but with a special oiling journal that has holes going through. See if I can get the other one to show up. No, not quite. Anyways, with holes going through. And here's the deal. I'm open sourcing this entire project. All of it is going to be posted with links to the OnShaper account that has this on my Patreon page. Right now, the Patreon page is not quite at that $50 a month that I need in order to be able to do prototypes, so if you would like to help us out, have at. On the other hand, John is obsessed with the idea he thinks I can 3D print a connecting rod that at least will run one of these little engines that we have. So we're probably going to try that in the next video on this series. But let me show you what I got going on and what I'm working on. So about a year ago, I ordered up this monstrosity, and it is chunky, it is ugly, but I wanted the widest possible setup so that I could have it interact inside of here, and if it was going to hit a cam lobe, or if it was going to hit up in here on the cylinder wall or anything, that I was going to know exactly where it hit, and it worked really good for that. Now, we have redefined from this to this in order to set where our clearance potentials really are, plus or minus a little bit more. We've got about 2 to 3 mil to play with off of this point. And that's important because we need to design in some sort of step in order to lock it in. I haven't done that yet. It is not coded in. It will be available in the copy file off of OnShape once I have it done. This is a Mars rod. And Mars rods are pretty well known to be the strongest possible stock-ish style rod. And a Mars rod has a ginormous oil port hole in the top of it. Sorry, in the bottom of it. And it also has cuts that are hard to see on camera right there that allow oil to go into that groove from either side right here. My goal is to, let me get this variant here that's a better quality print. If I pull the light around a little bit. My goal is holes on both top and bottom so that when this is in, like so, that you will have a circular drain of oil that's able to go around your connection right there. So as it is right now, that's my current prototype design for a bearingless rod that is for higher RPMs. Now, we are not trying to shoot for 9,000 RPMs. We're talking 7,000, maybe 8,000 RPMs, a Mod 2 cam, something mild, being able to make these rods and have them shipped to your door, open source, CNC, for like 40 bucks. Especially if you order them in bulk. Actually, after doing the pricing on the design, potentially if you ordered upwards of 20 of these, you could get them down to caps and upper rod for about $35 a piece. Open source. Not paying anybody. As it is right now, we've got the type here, which is the 3D printed type that has a bearing recess in it. This one I screwed up on so the bearing doesn't lock in, but the bearing sets in. And we've also got a closed off side to it. So in this design, it is press fit for the bearing. And so you smack that in there. And then you have your rotating assembly in here. So let me see if I can do this. If we look inside, You see if I can get this to rotate a little. Right there, as you can see, is our rod. And this, right now, so I have designed these holes to be the right size to thread in with stock bolts. So with the stock bolts, you can thread these in, you clamp this down into a vise and run the bolts in, and be able to test it in the block. My goal is to be able to run... Where did I put it? My goal is to be able to set up the, again, open source possible grade 8 bolt like that you could tap at home or pay to have it tapped out. Also, the quarter 20 bolts, not quarter 20, my apologies. The bolts that ARC uses are quarter by 28. And they drill out with a 6.3 millimeter drill bit setup. You can order this and have it shipped to your door yet again, and potentially make this to run ARC style bolts if you want that. We do have a quibble here. The quibble is we won't know the actual rotating mass weight until after we have these in aluminum. And the other thing is, I don't know whether you would be better off to run the 18 millimeter roller bearing. By the way, I'll put a link for this in the description. I don't know if you'd be better off to run that or not. But as it is right now, as you can see, we've got the rotating assembly. We're clearing the cam on the inside with no issues whatsoever. And if I flip this up, the current design is a 0 deck design. So if we rotate that, we come right around and we are sitting at 0 deck with a stock GX piston. One side note I wanted to add at the end of this video I thought of as I was editing up. Do you think that the cam gear interacting with the oil will throw enough oil around in the system? Or do you think that it actually needs a tail on the connecting rod in order to fling oil? Now, the funny thing is, back in the old days, when the original series of Predators came out, they were actually missing the tail. And a lot of us used to actually take and drill a piece of metal and put a tail on just with a piece of flappy sheet metal steel. Now, I don't know whether that's an actual viable option in our open source creation here, but down below, put your thoughts. And Jethro says he likes playing with the connecting rods and using them as drumsticks. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. I know, you are so overtired, you need a nap. Yeah.